What went wrong? CompTIA found the gap between skills that employers wanted and what they actually found in the IT workforce. 68% of IT firms report having a very challenging time finding new staff. 52% of organizations report having job openings, and 33% say they are understaffed, while 42% say they are fully staffed but want to hire more people in order to expand. 58% of businesses are concerned about the quality and quantity of IT talent available for hire. Top technology priorities in this survey included security, data storage, and network infrastructure. The number one strategy to handle understaffing is requiring workers to put in more hours, and 92% of IT professionals plan to pursue more training. In short, the IT industry is growing fast, pero kailangan pa ng mas maraming skilled workers at continuous training para makasabay sa demands ng technology.
What is project resource management? Making the most effective use of the human and physical resources involved with the project, planning resource management, estimating activity resources, acquiring resources, developing the project team, managing the project team, and controlling resources. So project resource management, tumutukoy sa paraan ng maayos at epektibong paggamit ng lahat ng resources. Ito ay proseso ng pagplano, pagkuha, pagdevelop, pagmanage at pagkontrol ng resources para masiguro na magagamit ang mga ito sa tamang oras, sa tamang dami at sa tamang paraan. Layunin nito na maging produktibo ang team at maiwasan ang pag-aksaya ng oras, pera o effort. In short, ito ang pamamahala kung paano gamitin ng mga tao at kagamitan para matapos ng maayos at matagumpay ang project. So narito ang 6 na pangunahing proseso na bumubuo sa kabuuang sistema ng pamamahala ng resources sa isang proyekto. Number 1, Plan Resource Management. Pagpaplano kung paano gagamitin, i-assign at i-monitor ang mga tao at materyales na kailangan sa proyekto. Number 2, Estimate Activity Resources. Pagtatansya kung gaano karaming tao, kagamitan at materyales ang kakailanganin sa bawat gawain. Number 3, Acquire Resources. Pagkuha o pag-secure ng mga kinakailangan resources bago magsimula ang proyekto. Number 4, Develop Team. Pagpapalakas ng skills, teamwork at moral ng project team para maging mas epektibo sila. Number 5, Manage Team. Pagsubaybay at pamumuno sa team habang ginagawa ang proyekto upang masiguro na maayos ang performance at may magandang komunikasyon. At number 6, Control Resources. Pagmumonitor at pag-check na ang mga resources ay ginagamit ng tama, hindi nasasayang at naaayon sa plano. Keys to managing and leading people. Psychologist and management theorist. Maraming eksperto at researchers ang nag-aaral kung paano epektibong mamuno at pag-manage ng mga tao sa workplace. The motivation theories. Ito ang mga teorya kung paano ma-encourage o ma-motivate ang mga empleyado para magtrabaho ng mas maayos at masigasig. Influence and power. Tumutukoy sa kakayahan ng leader na maka-impluwensya sa iba at magamit ang mga posisyon o respeto para makamit ang goals ng team. Effectiveness. Ang pagiging efficient at productive bilang leader, ibig sabihin nagagawa mong maabot ang objectives habang maayos ang relasyon ng team. Emotional intelligence or EI. Ang kakayahang maunawaan at makontrol ang sarili mong emosyon, pati ang mga emosyon ng iba para mas maganda ang komunikasyon at samahan sa trabaho. Leadership ay ang kakayahan ng isang tao na gumabay, mag-inspire at magbigay ng direksyon sa iba para maabot ang isang layunin. So there are 2 types of motivation theories, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, ito yung tipo ng motivation na galing talaga sa loob mo. Ginagawa mo ang isang activity kasi gusto mo at nag-i-enjoy ka habang ginagawa ito. For example, some people love to read, write, or play an instrument because it makes them feel good. While the extrinsic motivation, ito naman ay yung motivation na galing sa labas. Ginagawa mong isang bagay kasi may kapalit o gusto mong iwasan ang parusa. For example, some young children would prefer not to play an instrument, but they do because they receive a reward or avoid a punishment for doing so. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow argued that humans possess unique qualities that enable them to make independent choices, thus giving them control of their destiny. Developed a hierarchy of needs states that people's behavior are guided or motivated by a sequence of needs. So there are 5 levels of human needs. Number 1, physiological needs. Number 2, safety needs. Number 3, love and belonging needs. Number 4, esteem needs. And number 5, self-actualization. Herzberg's motivational hygiene theory. Friedrich Herzberg distinguished between motivational factors and hygiene factors. Motivational factors, factors that cause job satisfaction, while hygiene factors could cause job dissatisfaction. So, motivational factors or job satisfaction factors, itong mga bagay na tunay na nagpapasaya at nagpapagana sa isang empleyado. Halimbawa nito ang achievement, recognition, the work itself, responsibility, and advance of growth. While hygiene factors or job dissatisfaction factors, ito naman yung mga basic needs sa trabaho. Halimbawa ang salary, company policies, working conditions, relationship with coworkers and boss, and job security. Media snapshot. RSA Animate use a whiteboard drawing technique to summarize key points from Pink's book in a YouTube video called Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. So there are 3 key motivators. First, autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Autonomy, pagbibigay sa empleyado ng kalayaan o kontrol sa kung paano nila gagawin ang trabaho nila. While mastery, pagkakaroon ng opportunity na gumaling at mahasa sa kanilang skills. And last, purpose, pagkakaroon ng meaning at layunin sa kanilang ginagawa para maramdaman nilang may impact ang trabaho nila.